Welcome back to Sports Talk ATL. I am Chase Searle, joined by Alex or Jake, just departed us. I don't know what medical emergency we'll call it. No, I'm just playing around. Arthur Smith, you just wrote an article on the site, I think last Friday, that we need to talk about. Arthur Smith had a nice little quote, nice little quote if you're a Falcons fan that should excite you. He said, we ain't talking about 17 games. We ain't talking about 17. We talking about 2021. You want to read off that quote for us, Alex?
Yeah. As always, most of the stuff we talk about, it's on the site, sportstalkatl.com, YouTube channel, Sports Talk ATL. Please subscribe. We couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Here's the quote from Arthur Smith. We are planning to play 2021 games. We need to be ready to roll September 10th, and we need to be playing our best football at the end of the year. You know who does that better than anybody is Bill Belichick's Patriots. They're never the same team September and October as they are December. And, that's what the best teams do. They say it's similar to baseball. It's like, what teams are hot September, October? It's similar in football, too, where it's like, are you playing your best football at the end of the year? Because that's when it matters the most. And, this is a league full of alphas. These head coaches aren't coaching not to win a Super Bowl. So you like that kind of stuff coming from your head coach. But it feels different this year. It feels like they have a real chance to make some noise in a very wide open NFC. Very wide open, especially the NFC South.
Yeah, I think someone commented, I think it was on Facebook on this article. It kind of made me laugh. He's like, yeah, I'm seeing 2021 too. 3 preseason games, 17 regular season, and maybe 21 if we win the bad NFC South, which I think is possible. But you talk about how wide open this thing is. You're never going to wish on injuries, but you really are a Jalen Hurts injury away from the top dog, the clear top dog in the NFC, from really like potentially not even making the playoffs. It's like you never know what can happen. And the parity from year to year and how fast teams can get good. And the Falcons could very well just be one of those teams. And you don't want to play a young, hungry, hot Falcons team going into the playoffs, especially if they can host a playoff game. And there's a chance. I mean, I was looking at the Philadelphia Eagles schedule. If this Falcons team, if Desmond Ridder can be a good quarterback, not just average, this Falcons team can win a lot of games with the schedule that they have in the division that they have in the NFC and the conference that they're in. And there's a chance where they roll out, get 11, 12 wins. Like we're talking about more than just one home playoff game, maybe 2 or 3. Because I looked at the Eagles schedule. They have a first place schedule on the other end, and it's hell. They have to play all the first place teams. They got to play Kansas City on maybe at home. They got to play the Bills. Like they play the NFC East with arguably the best division in football. Like it is a hellish road. So as good as the Eagles are, like they could easily win 10, 11 games, even if they stay healthy and with a few injuries one way or the other, like they're not nearly as good. They're not nearly as unbeatable as they look on paper today. So you never know what can happen. It's a 4-month season. Injuries are going to happen. If the Falcons can stay healthy with the depth that they've made, with the additions that they've made, like it's not ridiculous to say they could win a play. Like it does sound ridiculous to say they could play 20, 21 games and go to the Super Bowl. Like it does sound ridiculous, but the conference is so wide open and so piss poor across the board outside of maybe the Eagles and the 49ers. And who knows what the 49ers are going to do at quarterback. It's just it is coach speak. It is coach speak, all these guys, but there is like this like sliver of hope that we haven't had in such a long time.
I agree completely. This roster's not getting enough credit. There's a few, they're starting to break out there where the few national reporters, Dan Orlovsky has always been an Arthur Smith advocate. So love that guy. Giving credit where credit's due. Arthur Smith is one of the most creative run designers and play callers in the NFL, up there with Kyle Shanahan. And you said it. The Eagles, they could have a Super Bowl hangover. The 49ers, what are they going to do at quarterback? Trey Lance and Desmond Ridder have a very similar amount of experience in the NFL. And I'm not saying that Arthur Smith is as good as Kyle Shanahan, but he is in that realm of the conversation. And talk about offensive weapons. At the end of the year, I'm telling you that the Falcons are going to be considered one of the best skill groups in the NFL. That defense, I just looked at it today. They're going to return maybe 3 starters from last year's defense. That's incredible. This is going to be a new Falcons team. Arthur Smith is spearing this head. I mean, Falcons fans should be excited.
I already said it. Put it on the board. Say whatever. Lock your bets in. The Falcons are making the playoffs. Whether they can make a run, we'll have to see. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We will be back tomorrow.